Welcome to Solo Marvel Champion, where today I'm playing Spider-Woman versus Expert Crossbones. Now this is my Project Tahiti deck, which I have linked below. It's all about recurring Agent Coulson again and again. Now 1A tells us to put these aside, and when we reveal this side, we reveal one experimental weapon. I don't want it to be Energy Shield. And if it is Energy Shield, that will change how I mulligan and play my first turn. It is Energy Shield, so now I need to make sure I end up with Energy and Mental to get rid of that, to get rid of the Retaliate. Let's give him a shuffle. There are a couple cards I'd really like to see on my opening turn. Pheromones, Call for Backup, Skilled Investigator. Those are some really good cards. And I don't have to get Project Tahiti set up right away. It really depends on, what I get, whether I even can set that up right away. Okay. Don't need to make the call this early. Spycraft is good to keep. I'll be able to get Rapid Response later. Let's just get rid of all that. I really would love to see Pheromones. There's a Call for Backup, so I'd also love to see any other aspect right now. Mockingbird doesn't help. Counterintelligence is okay. And another counterintelligence. That might mean I can also... No, I'm going to need the Mental. I think I'll need the Mental. Yeah, let's use double for counterintelligence. Let's flip up first thing. Flip up, use double to play counterintelligence. That's an aspect card, so I get one to each of my stats. Let's use that for Call for Backup. That is a different aspect, so I get up to 3. I'm going to go ahead and thwart 3. And I'm going to go get Nick Fury because he draws me extra cards. I could get Captain Marvel, but having Nick is going to give me a blocker on this first turn as well. So he enters play, and I draw 3 cards. There's my Skilled Investigator, which I had a moment earlier. I'll go ahead and put that down, and max 1 per player on that, so we'll do 2 for Maria Hill, who draws me a card. Ooh, that was a perfect draw. I'll use that for Self-Propelled Guide to ready me. And then I can attack for... Here's the thing. Instead of using that to ready me, I'm going to use Energy Mental to get rid of that. Because then Nick and Maria attack and stick around. Well, Nick would have stuck around anyway, but now Maria sticks around as well. Let's ready and draw. I might get Finesse down, and then I can also play Quake. 1 goes on the main. He's attacking, but this interrupts it, and I take 3 indirect damage. Now, that's not bad because that's Legions of Hydra leaving play, but he can take 1, and I am going to block with him, and I'll take the other 2. So the attack is 2, 3, and he's gone. You get 1 encounter card. Villain attacks me. Now that is nice because it gets rid of Crossbones machine gun, but I take 2 indirect again, and I'll take both of them. And I'm not going to be able to do much anyway. I'm just going to block that because I've got a defensive 3. 2, 3, 4. So I still take 2. I still take 1. Then Maria clears that and goes away. I'm going to do 1. Oh. Can I do Nick again. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, and then I can't play finesse. So I'm not going to do that, but I could do that. So I'm going to do make the call for Maria. She enters play and draws me a card. I've played a leadership card. I'll use these two for finesse. And she'll just attack for 1. And let's ready. Don't have to worry about indirect damage anymore. Venom Blast looks awful nice. 1 goes on. He attacks and Maria blocks. 2, 3, 4. She's gone. 1 encounter card. There are so many of these Hydra Soldiers in this encounter set. Makes it really hard to get damage on Crossbones. You know, he's deceptive. He only has 14 and 16 health, but it's hard to get to him because he has so many guard minions, or Legions of Hydra, which you pretty much have to clear when it comes out. So let's go ahead and get that finesse down. And Venom Blast him. That gets me to 2. Get another encounter card. And I'm going to attack for 2. Now I have no blockers, so I'm going to have to defend this one. Pheromones is very nice. I might go ahead and flip down. 1 goes on. He's attacking for 2. I defend for 2. 2, 3, so I still take 1. 2 encounter cards. He gets it tough. And he schemes, and that ruins my plans. 2, 3. Counterintelligence. When any amount of threat would be placed on the main, discard counterintelligence. Prevent 3 of that. So those 3 don't go on. This goes away. I'm going to do 1 for clear the area, which clears that and draws me a card. 2 for Pheromones. Stun and confuse. That gets me to 3. I feel like I want to do self-propelled to ready, but then I'm just going to flip down and recover. Hold on to Quinn Carrier, draw 5. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to get rid of Quinn Carrier now that I've seen all those. 1 goes on. He cannot scheme. And I get 1 encounter card. Another Hydra Soldier. Every time I get a Venom Blast, I get a Hydra Soldier. All right. Let's just flip up. Do 2 for Venom Blast. Defeats him, gives me an encounter card, and gets me up to 2s. One, 2, 3. For Agent Coulson, gets me up to 3s. And he goes and finds Rapid Response. Did I see that yet? That comes to hand. Cannot play it this turn, but Coulson knocks off the tough so that I can attack for 3. ready. I do that so often. I either shuffle or turn my discard pile upside down all the time. Another Pheromones is nice, but I'll be able to play for that. Those will play for rapid. I can get that down if I want. We'll see what happens. One goes on the main. He can't attack. Get 2 encounter cards. Cornered Staff has 3 plus 1 is 4. And then I get another Hydra Soldier. Back down to 1s. 2 for Pheromones for the Stun and Confuse. Gets me up to 2s. 1, 2 for Rapid Response. He thwarts for 2. I'm going to use this for Inspiring Presence to heal him 1 and ready him, and let him thwart the other 2. That goes, and that draws me a card. I'll clear the area, which I cannot pay for right now, which is going to suck because this is going to advance all on its own. No, it won't. Okay. Let's ready. Hold on to that, clear the area. Oh, look at that. I'm going to get another encounter card. That is so fun. This encounter has so many extra encounter cards. And so many guards. One goes on the main. He can't attack. He attacks for 2, and I'm just going to take it. And 2 encounter cards. Well, the villain and minions are all going to attack me. So he attacks Coulson 2, 3, 4. And this is what I call doing the thing. He would go to discard. Then this says, after an ally you control is defeated, discard it, put the ally back into play with 1 hit point, or 1 damage. When he enters, I put Rapid Response into my hand. Now he attacks me for 2 again. 1 more encounter card is a Hydra Sidearm. These go away. So we'll do 1, 2 for Rapid Response, Leadership. Build Support might be good too, though. 1 for Clear the Area. Clears this, gets me up to 3s, draws me a card. I attack for 3, and Coulson attacks for 1. And I think I do an Inspiring Presence to heal him and ready him. And do I flip back down here? Let's do that. Let's flip back down since I have him confused. We're just going to draw up. One goes on. He cannot scheme. Legions of Hydra, who interestingly will not find Legions of Hydra because she's my next encounter card. If she is not in play, search encounter deck and discard pile for Madam Hydra and put her into play. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra minion in play. Well, there is only 1 Hydra minion in play. Next encounter card is Madam Hydra. So, man, I really need to recover, but I'm going to need to I'm going to need to do some work on that. So let's just flip up. No, I've got 2 self-propelled guides. So I am going to recover 3. Then I'll flip up. Use 1 to play 1 so I'm ready. Do I have Maria in here? Let's do 1, 2 for counterintelligence. Gets me up to 2. He is going to thwart 2. I'm going to use Make the Call for Inspiring Presence. Ready. And heal 1. That gets me up to 3. I'm going to thwart 3. Skilled Investigator draws me a card. I'm going to have him attack her for 1 just in case I get a Venom Blast. Let's ready. These games do go long, and I'm sorry for that. Pheromones is great. I could play Captain Marvel and still play Pheromones. 1 goes on. He attacks for 2 and Coulson blocks. That's 3. Only 3. But Coulson's defeated and we do the thing. She attacks for 2 and I'm going to take it. 1 encounter card is another combat knife. Now, well, I'd be losing rapid response. Be losing rapid response, but I think it's worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Captain Marvel. These are gone. Captain Marvel attacks for 2. That draws me a card. I'm going to do Pheromones, which gets me up to 2. To stun and confuse. Then I'm going to use Spycraft to play Inspiring Presence to heal 1 from her and ready her. She will attack for 2 more and draw me a card. Coulson attacks for 1 and knocks her out. Please give me a turn, and I thwart for 2. Please give me a turn where I don't have to deal with a million things and can just damage the villain. I think this turn, I'll finally be able to get Quinn Carrier down. I can play that. I can get her ready. Let's hope the encounter deck doesn't screw me again. 1 goes on. He cannot attack. Please don't be Legions of Hydra. Under fire. Surge Reveal. Armor. That soaks damage. And I'm stunned. Why not? So basically making it so I can do, like, nothing. Almost exactly nothing. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 for Quinn Carrier. Going to attack to clear my stun. She is going to attack here and put 2 damage on. That draws me a card. I'm going to use Quinn Carrier to play Clear the Area. It gets me up to 2 and draws me a card. I didn't play any other color, did I? Yeah, I only played Clear the Area. 1, 2 for Contaminant Immunity. That heals 3. And gives me a tough, which doesn't even matter because he has piercing as long as he has weapons. That gets me up to 3s. I'm going to use Inconspicuous to play that. And attack for 3, which puts 5 on there and gets rid of it. Now I think as long as we have the Confuse, I go ahead and go back down. I hate having to do that because it's just more damage I'm not able to put on the villain. But there's a Venom Blast, which will knock him out as long as I get to play it. And actually, I have an opportunity here. I might not be able to do it, but it's possible for me to get up to 5 this turn. 1 goes on, he schemes. This will be an Exhaust and Confuse. Or this will be an Exhaust and Surge, Hydra Bomber. I can either place 1 on or take the damage. I'll place 1 on. And now we're cooking. Hopefully. Let's flip up. I'm going to have her knock him out. And that draws me a card. I'd like to be able to play Nick, but then I can't do everything else I want. Well, maybe I can, because he's going to draw me some cards too. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. He's going to draw me 3 cards. Then I'm 8 of 11. That would get me up to full. Let's have him do this. Let's do 1, 2 for Venom Blast. It's going to deal 5. He comes back with 16 health, and I don't even care what this is because I know it's not Energy Shield. Okay, I played red. Next, we'll play blue. I'm not going to get them all now. We will play I played red and blue. I can also play green or yellow, but not both. We'll play yellow. That gets me up to 4. And then I attack for 4. Quake attacks for 2. And let's ready. Got Venom Blast. Nick's going to block. I could play 3, get me up to 4 attack again. 1 goes on. He's attacking for 6, 7, 8. Nick takes it to the face. I get 1 encounter card. He schemes, which should be fine, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to let that go. He gets another of these, which, again, I don't care about because Energy Shield is gone. And now Nick is gone. I should have the game. These are all gone, and I do 2 for Hawkeye, who's blue. I do 1 for Spycraft, which is yellow. I do 2 for Venom Blast, which is red and deals 5 damage. Just because Agent Coulson is such an outstanding guy, I'm going to let him deal 1 damage and be defeated. Then I attack for 4 to knock him out. This is a really fun deck. I just think this is a slightly frustrating experience because there are so many of the Hydra soldiers which have guard and give you an extra encounter card when you defeat them. And then there's a lot of surge in here too. Hey, he attacks, and if he has a weapon, it gains surge. Not to mention, you know, exhaustion and under fire. You just get a lot of encounter cards and a lot of stuff to deal with, which means you can't be dealing damage to Crossbones. That said, I've won every game I've played against Expert Crossbones with this deck. It has been, I don't know, 8 or 9 at this point. I'll have to check my spreadsheet, but I've won every game I've played, so while it is frustrating, it is still very doable. So that's the game. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know what you think of this deck. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.